Contributions of Father of American Anthropology Franz Boas, UGC-Net Anthropology. Part 3. Welcome to AnthroNet Academy, a study aligned with the UGC-Net Anthropology syllabus. Description box. Please visit the description box for books references. Dear learners, if you find this content helpful, please consider subscribing to AnthroNet Academy. Your support really means a lot and keeps me motivated to create more valuable content for you. About the series. The series will be divided into 10 parts. Each video will focus on one prominent anthropologist with a detailed list of 10 major books they have written, explained with brief descriptions. This series aims to help students, UGC-Net aspirants, and anthropology enthusiasts get familiar with the foundational thinkers and texts of our discipline. This is part 3 of the series, and we are beginning with a legendary figure whose work has shaped the field in a profound way. Stay tuned for all 10 parts by the end of the series. You'll have a comprehensive list of 100 authors and their books at your fingertips. Franz Boas, 1858 to 1942. Franz Boas, 1858 to 1942, is often called the father of American anthropology. A German-American anthropologist, Boas was a pioneering figure who challenged scientific racism and cultural evolutionism, and laid the foundation for modern anthropology by promoting cultural relativism, the idea that cultures should be understood on their own terms. He emphasized fieldwork, linguistic analysis, and historical particularism, and mentored many of the 20th century's leading anthropologists. The Mind of Primitive Man, 1911. Description. This book is Boas's most famous critique of racism and eugenics. It argues against the idea that intelligence or behavior is biologically determined by race. Boas emphasizes the influence of culture and environment in shaping human behavior and mental capacities. It was revolutionary in dismantling scientific racism in the early 20th century. Race, Language and Culture, 1940. Description. A posthumous collection of Boas's essays that address the relationships among race, language, and culture. The volume consolidates Boas's arguments that these elements are independent of one another, dismantling the common belief that race determines language or cultural capacity. Handbook of American Indian Languages. Description. This monumental work includes detailed grammatical studies of various Native American languages. Boas edited the work and contributed extensively. It is one of the earliest major linguistic studies of Indigenous North American languages, preserving languages that were and are endangered. Kwakiutl Ethnography, 1966, posthumous. Description. Edited by Helen Coder, this book is a comprehensive collection of Boas's fieldwork and ethnographic notes on the Kwakiutl, Kwakiutl, people of the Pacific Northwest. It's an in-depth look into their ceremonial life, social organization, and mythology. Tsimshian Mythology, 1916. Description. A rich collection of myths and legends from the Tsimshian people, collected and translated by Boas. It reflects his commitment to preserving indigenous oral traditions and using them to understand cultural worldviews. Primitive Art, 1927. Description. This book explores aesthetic principles in primitive non-Western societies, arguing that art is shaped by cultural contexts rather than universal standards. Boas analyzes art from Native American and African societies and links artistic style to social and spiritual life. Ethnology of the Kwakiutl, 1921. Description: a deep ethnographic analysis of the Kwakiutl people, focusing on their customs, rituals, kinship systems, and mythology. Based on decades of fieldwork, it's considered one of Boas's most comprehensive ethnographic works. The Central Eskimo, 1888. Description: Boas's first major ethnographic work, based on his fieldwork in Baffin Island, Canada. It covers Inuit customs, tools, housing, and social practices. This book helped launch his anthropological career and was pioneering for its time in using participant observation. Chinook Texts, 1894, co-authored with George Hunt. Description: this book is a collection of Chinook oral stories recorded in the native language and translated into English. It reflects Boas's linguistic and cultural documentation approach, preserving Indigenous voices and structures. Bella Bella Texts, published 1932. Description: another collection of Indigenous texts focused on the Bella Bella, Heiltsuk, people of British Columbia. Boas collected these texts to support his linguistic and cultural analysis, preserving valuable linguistic and narrative content. List of books by Franz Boas. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, AnthroNet Academy, for more insightful content on anthropology. Stay safe and connected.